Alright guys, with the test coming up on Thursday, here's my review video. Make sure you're watching it, and obviously you are if you're listening to me. So first part, we want to find the solution to the system. So we have 2x plus 3y equals negative 2. We have negative 2x plus 3y equals 14. You have two choices, especially because we already have our opposites here. I'm going to show you elimination, but then I'm also going to show you the matrices. Alright, so because we have a positive and negative 2x, we can go ahead and add these right away. So 2 plus negative 2 is our 0. 3 plus 3 is 6y. Negative 2 plus 14 is 12. You divide by 6, and you get y is equal to 2. Now we can take this 2, go back into one of our originals, possibly this top one, and find x. So we have 2x plus 3 times 2 equals negative 2. So that's 2x plus 6 equals negative 2. Alright, subtract 6. And we wind up with 2x is equal to negative 8. Divide by 2. And we get x equals negative 4. So our solution to this is negative 4, 2. Alright, so that's how you would use elimination. Definitely use it in something like this where you already have your opposites. It's real easy. You can also use the matrices. So remember, we have to have our coefficient matrix first. So our matrix equation is 2, 3, negative 2, 3. These are the x's, these are the y's. Next to that is our x and our y, and that's equal to our constant matrix, which is negative 2 and 14. So now, how do we use this to solve? Well, x, not y. So our variable matrix, x, y, is equal to the inverse of our coefficient matrix times our constant matrix. Alright, so this is where we would go into our calculator. So go to our calculator, press this one right here next to the book. Our first one is a 2 by 2. And we have 2, we have 3, come back over here, we have negative 2, and we have 3 again. And we're going to multiply that by, and it looks like this one right here, and that's going to be negative 2 and 14. Oh wait, I forgot something, didn't I? We have to raise this to the negative 1. Don't forget that. So when we do that, it's the inverse of this one, so it has to be raised to the negative 1, times this one, and we get negative 4 as our x, and 2 as our y. So we get that x, y is equal to negative 4, 2. And what do we have here? X was negative 4, y was 2. Same answer. X is negative 4, y is 2. Alright, so again, we could use matrices here. So if we do, we have 5, 7, 5, negative 7. We have x and y, and that's equal to 3 and 17. So the way this would look is xy is equal to the inverse of our coefficient times our constant. Make sure that it is in this order. This order matters. So that means xy is equal to whatever we get from this. So we want the 2 by 2, and it's 5, 7, 5, negative 7. Raise it to the negative 1. Then we want our 2 by 1, and that's going to be 3 and 17, and you get 2, negative 1. So 2, negative 1, which means that our ordered pair is this. Alright? Now, if you look at 3 and you look at 4, there are issues with it. What are the issues? Hopefully you see it. If you don't, here it is. This is x and that's y, but this is y and that's x. So when I set up my matrices for this, we have to be really careful. X is 3, y is negative 2. This should be the x in the other one. Well, that's not 4, that's 2. And then 4 goes here. So you have to remember, these are my x coefficients, these are my y coefficients. So xy equals 530. Alright, so that means xy is equal to the inverse of 3, negative 2, 2, 4, 5, oops, 30, okay? So we want our 2 by 2, which is 3, negative 2, 2, 4, raise it to the negative 1, times and then that's 5 and 30, and you get 5, 5. So x, y, we get is equal to 5. I don't know why I keep putting that line, but 5, 5. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about this one. Remember, I will set up the, so these are my x's, so that's 3y, 2x, so 2 goes there, 3 goes there, 3, negative 2, x, y equals 27, negative 5. Alright, so you could put that in the calculator and get that answer. Alright, so right here, if I have ordered pairs like I do here and here, or if I had a graph in a set of ordered pairs, I would graph this. So I would plot these points. So negative 1, 4, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not going to worry about that 9, negative 4, because that's going to be way out here. So negative 1, no, let me graph that line. So I would plot those points and then graph the line. Like so. Alright, and so then I would plot the other one. So negative 1, negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I would graph this one. Like so. And so my solution is right there at that intersection. So that's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. So the solution to this is 2, 2. Alright? Let's move on. So, write equations and solve system word problems. Alright, so Michelle has $1.95 total in her coin jar. The number of nickels is 3 more than the number of quarters. How many nickels and how many quarters does Michelle have? Alright, so we have two equations here that we can set up. we have the fact that there are the number of nickels is 3 more than quarters, so her nickels are equal to quarters plus 3. We also have the dollar amount. Nickels are 5 cents, that's 0.05 N, plus quarters are 25 cents, so 0.25 Q is equal to 195. Now, if you want to use matrices, we can't do it this way. We have to change this equation. If we do that, we would subtract Q from both sides. That would then change this into N minus Q equals 3. Now we could use matrices. So we would set that up as 1 here, -1 here. Oh, take that back. We're going to call these our N's, right? So 1 there, -1 there. 0.05 here, 0.25 here. Right? That's going to be our NQ. And that's equal to the 3, 1.95. Alright? So that means NQ is equal to the inverse of our coefficient matrix times our constant matrix. So we would go to the calculator. So we have a 2 by 2 of 1, -1, 0.05, 0.25. Raise that to the -1. And then we have our 2 by 1, which is 3, 1.95. And when we do that, we get 9 and 6. So that means N equals 9, Q equals 6. Alright, so I'm going to set this one up and then you guys can do it on your own. So Mariah has $1.15 in nickels and dimes. She has 16 coins total. How many nickels and dimes does she have? Okay, so let's think about total. So nickels plus dimes is equal to 16. The dollar value of nickels times the number plus the dollar value of dimes times the number of them is equal to $1.15. So now that's a 1 and that's a 1. So our matrix would be 1, 1, 0.05, 0.10, nickels, dimes is equal to 16, 1.15. Alright, so you guys should be able to do that one on your own. Alright, so 8, it says the school that Kathleen goes to is selling tickets to a performance. On one day, she sold 5 adult tickets and 2 child tickets for $45. So 5A plus 2C is equal to 45. Alright, she took $40 on day 2 by selling 5 adult and 1 child. So 5A plus 1C is equal to 40. We want to find the price of an adult ticket and the price of a child ticket. So let's set up our matrix. So 5, 5, 2, 1. Inverse of that, right? Times the 45 and 40. Alright, so go to our calculator. We want our 2 by 2. Which is 5, 2, whoops, 1 there, 5 there, -1, and then we want our 2 by 1, which is 45, 40, and so we got 7 and 5. So A equals $7, C equals $5. Alright, I'm running out of time on this one, so there will be another video.